Hello everybody, it's pretty short here. Before the review, I want to say something right off the bat. This review was intended to be conducted in Cantonese due to the fact that some of the audience was complaining that I was butchering the Mandarin in my previous videos. However, when I actually crack on with this, I realized that it is almost impossible for me, that because that I've been in Canada for so long, that all the terminologies that I learned are in English, not in Chinese of any forms. And if I have to say these terminologies from my mouth in Chinese, it's gonna be too much of a mouthful for me. And in the end, I will probably butchering my own home language as well. Rather than press on and drag on with my own Cantonese, starting from 4 minutes and 17 seconds, I will carry on with English for the rest of the video. Otherwise, it won't be able to see the light of day, let alone keeps on making more videos. Anyways, without further ado, let's start the review.
各位觀眾大家好，我係 Pretty Short， 今日嚟為大家介紹由 ASG 獲得 CZ 授權嘅揭色 Evo 3 A1 電動發射器。唔同於以往由中國、日本、韓國等亞洲國家所製造嘅發射器，呢把 Evo 3係由 ASG 喺佢自己嘅地頭丹麥開廠整嘅，喺楓葉國佢賣大約550加元左右。好啦，係時候同佢開箱啦。呢度你可以見到箱入邊冇發泡膠，而係利用個箱本身嘅紙板造成嘅凹位，嚟為發射器本體同彈匣起固定作用嘅。呢個係原廠7暗飛嘅彈匣。Evo 3發射器本體喺箱入邊嗰陣時，個槍套已經係摺埋咗嘅。掀開個箱呢塊紙皮，你會見到下邊有一套 Evo 3嘅塑料機械準星。注意第一批賣嘅 Evo 3發射器係冇附送任何準星嘅，一本印得都幾靚下嘅 ASG Evo 3嘅 catalog。箱底印有 Evo 3嘅簡易說明書，更加詳細嘅使用說明要遊覽 ASG 網站嘅 Evo 3專頁。同真鐵版一樣，電動版 Evo 3嘅主體都係由纖維強化塑料所製成嘅。由外觀上可以睇出，呢把係非常富現代感嘅發射器，符合人工學得嚟有啲科幻嘅外觀，正係佢嘅特徵。因為獲得 CZ 授權嘅關係，發射上面該有嘅 markings 都有啦。當然同真鐵地都係有啲分別嘅，例如捷克製造變成捷克設計。炮後槍下邊嗰張鐵紙就喺度強調佢唔係亞洲製造嘅。總之 Evo 3俾我嘅感覺係非常之硬淨嘅，甚至比得上一啲由全金屬製造嘅發射器。佢頂部嘅全長度嘅魚骨可以俾你嚟安裝各式各樣嘅瞄具。趁而家裝咗個跟槍嘅機瞄先。因為前準星係一體成型嘅原因，所以裝上去嗰時覺得係有啲緊嘅，但係都仲幾 OK 嘅。前準星裝上去之後就擰緊呢一粒螺絲。機瞄嘅安裝就咁樣大功告成啦。呢個後準星係可以通過上邊嘅螺絲嚟調校風偏同高低嘅。因為前準星係光纖，而後準星個窿都係比較大嘅緣故，佢嘅瞄準畫面都係比較清晰嘅。對於落場嚟講已經算係非常夠用㗎啦。後托嘅長度可以較3段嘅，並且可以摺起嚟掛向右邊。通過托底板嘅一個勾卡喺機甲預留嘅位置嗰度作固定，將拉機片拉到最後就可以打開個槍機片。 然後就可以用6個扳手嚟調整呢個上旋裝置啦。
The dial itself is rather small, therefore dialing with your own finger can be difficult, especially when you're wearing gloves. After that, press the charging handle down to clear the notch. Then press the bolt catch downward to release the mock bolt. There are sling loops behind the handguard, on both sides of the rear of the receiver as well as the stock. And the front sling loop is reversible to the other side. We will get to that later. To get to the battery compartment, unscrew the flash hider and the handguard retaining nut. And then remove the handguard. Be careful not to lose the charging handle and the spring in the process. Then you can get to its small Tamiya plug as well as its small battery compartment, which is really small. And it didn't help that isn't much real estate inside the handguard either, due to the placement of the charging handle. Of course, with the handguard removed, it is also the time to switch the side of the sling loop. Only the smaller kinds of triple panel style LiPo batteries can be fitted to the Scorpion Evo 3. First, cut 2 of those battery panels inside that tiny space inside the receiver. Connect the battery and then hold the connector and the third panel of the battery like so. And then install the handguard back in its place, and do not pinch the wires in the process. Do notice that I installed and switched the side of the charging handle beforehand. I'm being lucky this time. However, more than often, the battery will prevent the mock bolt from cycling properly. Storing the battery in such manner makes it awkward to swap it out in game, and may even lead to the loss of the certain parts in the field. This is perhaps the most serious shortcoming of the Scorpion Evo 3. There's a workaround for this, however. Simply reinstall the handguard back in its place. But before that, thread the battery connector through the hole left over from the front sling loop. Again, do not pinch the wire. Screw the handguard retaining nut as well as the flash hider back in. Now it's time to mount the battery case onto the handguard. In this case, it's the MP5 battery case from Sima. It may not look as sleek and realistic as the others, but it does have lots of room to hold many types of batteries. Even some of those are 9.6 volts NiN-H batteries. When you connect the battery, the gun will produce a vibration, indicates a successful connection. For this Scorpion Evo 3, I have gathered some accessories that is made by both ASG and CZ themselves. Firstly are the proprietary spare magazines, like the Evo 3 itself. These are also made in Denmark by ASG. There are 3 of them in each box. These are the magazine couplers made by CZ themselves, made in Czech Republic. A set of 2 couplers are needed for 2 magazines. There we go. This is the 14mm CCW adapter for this Evo 3. This replaces the original flash hider of the Evo 3 and enables it to use all the airsoft specs muzzle device in the market. This is the off-brand paracord sling loop for the attachment of the sling. This is the tactical 2-point sling made by the 4N system of Czech Republic for CZ. And these are the manuals. That should do it. This is some cheapo trimmable rail cover that I got lying around. This is the EPF2S stubby vertical foregrip by PTS. This is PL Pro for Kiwi weapon mounted light by Olight. These are the Chef-made Evo 3 Dual Mag Pouch by Finish Protector in both black and Chef Army BZ95 pattern. The instruction is in Czech, which I cannot read. The mag pouch is fully multi-compatible and features elastic cord to better secure the magazine inside the mag pouch. The flaps can also be removed if needed. So that's pretty much it with the accessories. The Scorpion Evo 3 features a quick change spring system. First, fold the stock sideways. Then press down the spring guide. And at the same time, push the stock assembly upwards. Again, use the head wrench to depress the spring guide and rotate it 90 degrees counterclockwise. Then the spring guide and the M120 spring are removed from the gun. At this point, you can swap between M100 to M130 springs that are recommended by the ASG. Now the spring guide is a one-piece steel construction, it lacks the ball bearings. To extend the life of the spring, it is recommended that you swap it out with the upgraded version that has the ball bearings by ASG themselves. The fire selector is ambidextrous and has 4 positions of safe, semi, free-run burst, and full auto. While moving the selector from fire mode to safe, it clicks nicely into places. However, from the other way around, it feels a little bit fake and spongy. This will increase the likelihood to set the gun in the warm firing mode. The lightweight proprietary magazine can hold 75 rounds and features a cut-off lever which stops the gun from dry firing when the magazine is empty until you pull down the bolt catch. Unlike the magazine of the real steel version, the magazine for the airsoft version is in opaque black. instead of semi-transparent. Due to the customer's demand, ASG did eventually release the smoke color magazines for the Evo 3. There's also a 375 rounds magazine, but due to how mutated it looks, I decided not to get it. The loading of the magazine must be carried out with the speed loader, and because there's no way to limit the magazine capacity to the realistic 30 rounds, therefore you need to do your own math as you loading them. Let's chrono the Evo 3 with the 0.2 gram BBs. As you can see, the performance is quite stable, with the velocity hovering between 125 to 128 meters per second. Using the 11.1 volt LiPo battery, it has a rate of fire just shy of 19 to 20 rounds per second, which is not too shabby, considering that it has a M120 spring in it. As mentioned before, it stops firing when the magazine is empty, not until that you push down the bolt stop. Then the gun can be resumed firing again. Thanks to the 208mm long 6.04 inner barrel, as well as the stable hop-up and FPS performance, even though using the light 0.2 gram BBs on this 5-inch target from 10 meters away, the groupings produced by the Evo 3 is still remarkably tight, with only a couple of flyers. Using the heavier BBs will tighten the groupings even more. So, what do I think about the ASG CZ Scorpion Evo 3? Sure, for an air socket that is mainly made out of polymer, asking for $550 is a little bit expensive. The battery solution is kind of annoying, although you can work around this by using a battery case. The capacity of the standard magazine is a little bit low. Then again, the real cap user will not be bothered by this. The optional high cap magazine looks a little bit mutated. And lastly, at least for the example that I have in my hands, did not feature a bearing on the spring guide. Not sure if this has been upgraded in the later batches. Nevertheless, this European-made airsoft gun feels very solid and well built. It features the licensed CZ markings, and some of the real steel CZ accessories can be used directly onto this airsoft replica. It has a functional bolt catch, which makes it realistic to operate. It has a built-in MOSFET that has a 3-round burst mode, which makes it even more fun to shoot. It has a quick change spring system that makes the FPS change a breeze. And most importantly, its hop-up and FPS performance is really consistent. Makes it a consistent performer in terms of accuracy, due to the fact that it has many of the features that many of the more expensive AEGs that did not have at the same time. Therefore, unless you have problem with how it looks, the ASG CZ Scorpion Evo 3 will worth every single pennies. So that's it with this video. I hope you will like it. If you like what you have seen, please don't forget to subscribe and sign in. Maybe I will see you next time. Peace out.